Alright, this is my current booth. I've had it for maybe 10 months or so. It's served the purpose as far as dampening the sound. Open up the flap and there it is. It's kind of nice. But the one thing it doesn't do is keep the planes and trains and all the other neighborhood noise out. So we're going to fix that. And so it begins. They just delivered my Studiobricks custom booth. This is a 4x5 unit. This package weighs 1,790 pounds. So this is going to be quite a job just to crack this thing open and get it all in the house. Alright, it took about an hour and a half. Didn't really have the proper prying tools for this, but we got it done. And it's empty. My plan was to get all the A, B, C, and D pieces kind of together. And that didn't work out so well. So I'm going to be moving things around a little bit. But it's all in here. This door, they told me for this custom 4x5 unit, the glass door, apparently weighs 120 to 130 pounds. And my dad and I just, that was tough. We struggled with that a bit. So I've been watching the videos. It all kind of makes sense if I can just get these pieces in order. And so we'll check back when I've got the floor frame done.
So to start with, I'm basically at the end of setting up the A level here. And I'd already done the frame, made sure everything was level. So this is actually A4. You see A1 behind me, the little piece on the corner, and then it goes A2, A3, and I'm putting in A4. The 3 block on each level was obviously the heaviest. That's the 5-foot side of the structure. This was not light by any means. I don't know how much each of these pieces weighed, but it was pretty considerable. So these do kind of snap together like Legos, but it does take a little bit of work since the pieces are so heavy. It is impressive that you don't need to use any hex screws or anything like that. And also note that this is up against the wall. The left side of this has the holes for the ventilation kit and the outlets. So I hadn't planned this very well at all. So what you're seeing here are steps that I would actually have to recreate a couple days later. It did get easier the second time, especially with my dad helping me. And then here we have the post that goes into each of the corners for additional reinforcement. And here's the first part of the floor. This is a 2-piece floor. And again, getting smarter as we went along. I don't think I had all the A-frame constructed the second time when I put in the floors, because these pieces were very heavy, and that was obviously a little bit awkward. This is B1, the first piece of the B level, and is certainly one of the more manageable pieces to put in. It probably weighed about 20-25 pounds. And at this point, there are actually pegs that stick up from the tops of the other levels that you have to set them on. So it's not exactly like you can slide them into place. You actually have to put them precisely on top of the pegs, which makes the bigger pieces coming up that much more difficult by yourself. I had to cut out a chunk of time here because it took literally about 3 or 4 minutes to get this one in. So this is 2 days later, and I've obviously taken everything apart, put it all back together again to this point. And because the door was so heavy, I was kind of unconvinced that it didn't need very much support to stay standing. So I wanted to keep B1 there as added support. So we're trying that, and obviously it made it much harder to actually get the door in place. And as you'll see, it actually made more sense to take that out, and it stood up on its own pretty well.
There. Okay. You hold it?
Yep.
Oh, hey. Almost.
Oh, well, it is on my side all the way down.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
Got it. So much for me and my bad ideas.
It was a bad idea.
We went ahead and got the C level done, so now we're working on the D level. And at this point, you definitely need a step stool of some kind. And the pieces on this level are much lighter. But even being lighter, they're still a bit more awkward to get up there on the top level.
Woohoo!
Okay.
Damn, boy.
That's not too bad.
And then you basically construct the top frame the same way you do the bottom, with the corner pieces, and you're going to connect these with a hex screw. Then the two ceiling pieces slide right on top, and you're done.
Alright, it took a total of just about 5 days to get this thing done. And you'll read in the blog about the false start and some other issues that were certainly no fault of Studiobricks. At least not much. But my dad and I got this done together. And it's a beast. It's beautiful, I must say. barely enough room up there. This is an 8-foot ceiling. This is the custom 5x4 unit. So, it looks really good. So there's pretty good isolation, but I'm actually finding that when I'm monitoring the input, there's not a whole lot of difference between this and my old studio with the moving blankets. And I think part of that is because the sound in here is pretty boxy. There's a lot of boom, just because these are very, you can even hear that, very reflective. So I think I need to get some bass traps, just kind of cover all this. I think some noise is being generated like that. The bottom maybe as well, but again, since I'll be having clients in here, I don't want to uglify it too much. A nice setup right here. So the first test, I'm going to play some AC/DC out here in the living room, really loud. And note that we have the hardwood floors. So this thing isn't going to be absolutely silent, but I want to see how much noise reduction we get. That's not bad. You can hear it for sure. But it's way better. And obviously, being in such an enclosed space, air could be an issue. So, Studiobricks gives you an air filtration system. Not very big. It's definitely an integral part of the setup. So it's on full blast right now. Definitely audible. Definitely cools the room a little bit though. It's kind of nice. I don't know that I would use it at full blast like it's on now. While I'm recording. But it does the job. It's not terribly loud. If anything, I would keep it maybe towards the middle if I was going to be in here for a couple hours. Well, this is it. I got everything that I needed to finally treat the room. I had ordered some base panels and some rock wool that I cut and put under the booth as much as possible, and in back of it. There's about a 1-inch space. And these two combined have done an amazing job. It did exactly what I needed it to. It kind of had a boxy sound to it, and now that's gone. So, there. Pretty nice. I'm liking it a lot. I know ideally I might want to treat that, but for right now, this is so much of an improvement. And until I really start recording and mastering stuff, I'm not going to know for sure if I need to do any more. All in all, it does a lot, and I still have space to do my work. So that's it. We're done. Today I get to start on a new audiobook, and I'm pretty darn excited.